Hello everyone, I am Santa Claus and I just took over Pooky Code's channel. It is so small, there's nobody here, but I'm going to give everybody presents. And but by Pooky Codes, we don't need to learn about backpropagation anymore. Alright, so that was the demo of a deepfake that you just saw right now, where I put Santa Claus face from a random YouTube video onto my face. And so I just want to wish all of you guys a Merry Christmas, and now we're going to get started on how you can implement your own deepfake without anything fancy at all, because all the smart guys, which are not me, did it for us. Alright, so now I'm going to get started, and basically what I used is that I used something called deepfacelab, which stands for deepfacelab, and if you search for it, you can go on github.com, and there is deepfacelab, where they show how you can generate deepfakes, and it is the state of the art. So I was on Linux, and I saw that there was a Linux version of it, but it looked kind of complicated, so instead I just took the one that they make available online, so available on Google Colab. So Google Colab is basically a platform offered by Google where they give you free GPUs, so free computing power. So it's very useful to you and to everybody because we can just compute what we want. And basically, it's pretty straightforward, the guide. So you first have to start by having your files. And what you're going to do is that you're going to go to your folder and you're going to make sure to create a folder called workspace. And in workspace, you're going to want to put your data_dst.mp4 as well as data_src.mp4. And what this will do is that the video from data_src, it will extract the face from it and it will put the face from the source video onto the DST, the destination video. But you have to remember that at the end, it's going to be a video of the data destination with the face from the data source. Alright, so if you look at it, this is basically, basically talking to Santa Claus that I took from YouTube. And then, there's me, that I filmed myself. So kind of boring, yeah. And what you do is that you take this and you zip it, so you do compress, and then you get workspace.zip. Then what you need to do is to go on your Google Drive, and then you'll see that actually you have to upload workspace.zip. When you upload the file, you can go to Google Colab and do run the code. So you can just do shift enter to run, shift enter to run, shift enter, and so on and so forth, shift enter again. And what you want to do is click on import from drive. So you want to click this and it will import the zip file that you put on your Google Drive. And it will ask you to go on a link and then copy paste the token. So you just have to do this and then that will be good. And what you need to do later is just to run every step. So extract frames, so video, data source, and then you also want to extract the frames from video data DST. This will give you an output, and then when it's written done, you can just continue. Then you can do detect faces. And basically, when you detect the faces, the model is going to crop the face out into an image, and you just have to say detect faces from data DST and detect faces from data SRC, and you just use S3FD, the whole face, and that's okay. And then you can always just click on enter for the default parameter. Make sure that on Google Colab you can't type in directly. You have to make sure to double click on the term on the prompt that asks you so that you can enter. And then it's pretty straightforward. You train your model. There's two models that I used. I tested SAE HD and Quick 96. I think they say that SAE HD works pretty well, so I used it. and it's really cool too. And you just have to make sure to double click, enter your answer, and you'll be fine with just the default. So just enter, and so on, and you just wait. And then it's going to just run, and when you're good, so maybe like after 10,000 or 50,000, the number here, you can stop by just clicking on here, right click, and say interrupt the cell. It will appear if it's running. And you just need to merge the frames. And when you merge the frames, you have to say which model you used. So this, I say I'm taking the 0 model, which was the latest model, and I take the GPU that I used. And then it's going to ask you a lot of parameters such as erode mask modifier or blur mask modifier. And what you want to do is, for me, the best thing was that I used a blur mask modifier so that it could blur the edges when you put the face of Santa on mine. And I also made sure that when it was the transition from the face to the other face, I used the seamless, which was the option 3. So this would match the skin tone of Santa with my skin tone. And I think you can also do another thing that's cool, and it's an option called super resolution. And if you up it to the maximum, your face is going to look more clear. But I didn't do that. And then finally, you just need to get the result video. So you run it, and it will appear in your file somewhere here, and you just right click and you download it. So that was it for how to do a deepfake. And I'm going to put all the relevant links in the description, so where's the Google collab, and so on. So, see you guys next time, and tomorrow we'll be continuing Neural Networks Explained. Merry Christmas!